Well, I need to continue talking about our children. Experts continue to rant and rave about our children being the first generation of Americans who do not live as long as their parents. That's very, very scary. This means that most Americans will be standing at gravesite burying their children if that prediction comes true. According to Food Chemistry, going back to April 16th, 2012, they said that our baby formulas, very famous baby formulas, including things like these baby foods, have less than 20% of the minerals and vitamins necessary for proper development of our kids. And so we also rank number one in the world at obesity. Diabetes, of course, is running amok. It's doubling like every couple of years in America. It's like at 670 million people worldwide with type 2 diabetes. And then UCLA came out just a couple of weeks ago and said 55% of people in California, 55% of people in California, adults, are either type 2 diabetics or pre-diabetics, okay? Well, let's look deeper here. Why has the medical system failed us so terribly, okay? The medical system has failed us terribly. What is going on? Well, doctors are the number one cause of death in America by actual statistical fact. Number two is cardiovascular disease, okay? And then birth defects. We're getting more and more birth defects than ever before. And this is because our foods are deficient in nutrients. The old days, eat well, you get everything you need, is nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Every doctor who says that should be charged of a felony and put in jail. Okay, I want you to get a hold of the book, Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission. You heard it, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission. And we want you to get a hold of the book, Dead Doctors Don't Lie, if you have not already read it. You want to read that one first, and then read Epigenetics, and then get Rare Earths Bin Cures. That came out in 1994, and it predicted all this stuff. Our top athletes are dying younger and younger and younger. There's never been a professional athlete ever lived to be 100. What is going on here? Well, that's because our foods are terribly deficient of nutrients. A 100-year study by the U.S. Department of Agriculture started in April of 1914, ended in April of 2014. And they said that our soils are 85% depleted of minerals, and that 95% of all Americans, 95% of all Americans are minerally deficient. That's the U.S. Department of Agriculture came out just a couple of months ago with a 100-year study. Well, the only way that we can get around this is to consciously supplement, and this is what Longevity is here for. Okay, we're looking at the 90 essential nutrients. I've been taking the 90 essential nutrients twice a day for 70 years, haven't been sick in 70 years, have never been on a prescription drug, never had any surgery, never been sick. I do have a health file, and the only thing in it is my birth certificate. Shar, our dear Shar, she has been on the program twice a day for her weight, actually for the weight of a 200-pound guy, for 25 years. And she hasn't been to a doctor or sick in 25 years. She's never had any surgery. She's never been on prescription drugs. So why are we exempted? We have good genes? No. We're giving our genes, our DNA and RNA, and our telomeres, the little end caps in our chromosomes, everything they need to maximize our genetic potential for health and fending off disease and longevity and so forth. And this science is called epigenetics. I'm considered one of the fathers of epigenetics, and that's why the title of my newest book, Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission, a bestseller in Amazon. And so if you haven't read Dead Doctors Don't Lie, the book, get a hold of the book, Dead Doctors Don't Lie, and get a hold of the book, Epigenetics. Read Dead Doctors Don't Lie first. It's been out for about 25 years, and epigenetics is the next story, okay? It carries on from when the book was published back in the late 1990s, 1996, I think. And Dead Doctors Don't Lie pointed out all these problems, okay, and why doctors are guilty, how they've killed 1 billion people in the industrialized world since 1952, all to drive the sales of certain pharmaceuticals, including statin drugs, ED drugs, things like Viagra, Cialis. Women were getting estrogen hormone supplements, okay? And all this is driven by the sale of another product, which we'll talk about later, okay? And doctors have become the number one killer of Americans. They and their colleagues around the world, in the industrialized world, have killed over 1 billion people. The Nazis only killed, 5 million? And so these doctors have killed over 1 billion in the industrialized world, pushing an agenda to sell these drugs by demonizing an important nutrient, okay? We'll talk about that in a minute. Well, if we're going to have our kids outlive us, as they should, we need to be supplementing with all 90 essential nutrients, 16 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 3 fatty acids. And the beginning course, essentially, is the Healthy Start Pack. It has 245 nutrients in it, including all 90 essential nutrients, a perfect balance for 100 pounds of human flesh for a month. So if you weigh 150 pounds to 200 pounds, you take 2 a month, right? Divide it all up in 2 or 3 servings a day, and get a hold of the book Epigenetics so you know what's going on. Get a hold of the book Dead Doctors Don't Lie and say, why did Wallach know this way back in the 60s? Well, that's because on the National Institutes of Health project, the Center for the Biology of Natural Systems, I did over 20,000 autopsies, 17,000 some change, over 454 species of animals and 3,000 humans, 20 million chemistries, 20 million saliva with special stains, looking for pollution as a contributor to or the cause of death by natural causes. What I found out was that every animal and every human being that dies of natural causes dies of a nutritional deficiency disease. That's why once you get on the 90 for Life program, once you get a hold of the book Epigenetics, the book Dead Doctors Don't Lie, and the book Rare Earth Bin Cures, and save your kids, and we'll save America. If our kids truly die before us, America is doomed. We'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages. Okay, Doug, what pearls of wisdom do you have for us?
Well, I thought we'd talk a bit about magnesium today, as I have a Fox News story headlined, "Magnesium, the mineral you may be missing." They say it's an essential mineral that is critical to a multiple vital functions of the body. And they say many of us overlook that fact and say more than 80% of Americans aren't getting enough magnesium. Say it helps to maintain normal muscle and nerve function as well as normal heart rhythm, reduces inflammation, boosts your immune system, regulates blood sugar, and is needed in more than 350 biochemical reactions in your body. Together with vitamin D, magnesium also plays a key role in preventing osteoporosis. A deficiency is associated with many chronic illnesses, including atherosclerosis, heart attack, stroke, hypertension, obesity, metabolic syndrome, and diabetes, mellitus, asthma, migraine headaches, anxiety, and depression. Common symptoms are fatigue, muscle cramps, palpitations, headaches, insomnia, and anxiety. So it can be found in dark green leafy vegetables like broccoli, spinach, and Swiss chard, nuts, seeds like almonds, cashews, pumpkin seeds, and they say sunflower seeds, and will help you add more magnesium to your diet. Certain fish like halibut and mackerel also have magnesium. And they say Greek yogurt can give you 19 milligrams of the mineral in one container. And they recommend that magnesium supplements end in ATE, like example, magnesium citrate, magnesium glycinate, magnesium threonate, and magnesium malate. They also recommend magnesium dimalate, that has a slow release, which means better absorption. And they say average dose for female patients should be about 400 milligrams per day, while a male should take about 500. They say another excellent way to supplement is to take a bath once a week or twice a week with Epsom salts, magnesium sulfate. And they say it's helpful in relieving muscle cramps as well as relieving anxiety. Say it can increasing your dietary intake of magnesium, and taking a regular magnesium supplement will lower your risk of some of the things like heart attack and stroke, improve your quality of life, and will most likely lengthen your life as well. So there you go, magnesium to win. Now we've got magnesium, in the OsteoFX product, correct?
Well, we got magnesium in OsteoFX, OsteoFX Plus. We got magnesium in the plant minerals, plant-derived minerals. We got magnesium in the BTT. We got an OsteoMag is a great source of magnesium, OsteoMag capsules. And then, of course, we have, let's see here, the Ultimate Classic liquid. There's magnesium in there. And so there's magnesium in just, I don't know, we've probably got 24 products with magnesium in it. But if you're I actually have cases where people take the products and they'll complain about the appearance of muscle cramps. Well, that's because the taking in of all the other 90 essential nutrients will sort of magnify a deficiency of magnesium, and so they want to take the OsteoMag to get rid of the muscle cramps, and within a day or so it's all over with, and they just need to keep taking the extra OsteoMag so that they balance out their calcium, vitamin D3, and phosphorus, and vitamin A, and vitamin K, and vitamin C to get their bones and joints and muscles and everything happy. Oh yeah, don't forget the selenium for the muscles. And so that's why we like, the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack, and then you throw in the OsteoMag, everything's cool. But thank you so much for bringing all that stuff forward. And it comes down to you always have to do the 90. I run into people who have really weird things happen to them They cherry pick. Well, I only take just the minerals. Well, then you're going to be deficient in all 16 vitamins, right? You have to take all 90 essential nutrients. That's what it's called, 90 for life. And thank you again, Doug, for bringing that up. It's a great, great reminder to everybody. If you think you're just deficient in magnesium, get the OsteoMag. And get the book, Rare Earths Been Cures, and look up magnesium. We'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie for these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Denver, Colorado. And Isla, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Isla, you're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Wallach. Thanks for taking my call.
Yes, how can we help you?
Well, I met you on the Benny Hinn show.
Okay.
After I was having some severe problems.
Mm-hmm.
In the year of 2009, I slipped, and my left leg did one of these, like the Russian splits.
Yeah, okay, hyperextension kind of thing, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 2 weeks later, I was on the floor wrapping Christmas presents, and I found it hard. My knee, I looked down, and it was real swollen. By the 1st of January, they got me in, and it was so swollen by the end of that January, they were pulling out 44 cc's of fluid off my knee.
Mm-hmm.
They went in, and they did an MRI and said that I had torn the meniscus. So in April, they went in, and they did 2 procedures to fix that. 5 weeks later, my leg was still swollen 5 times its size, toes well above my knee. And the doctor called me himself that night and told me, Isla, the MRI results came back and said that there's no blood flow getting to the bone, therefore the bone's dying, and we recommend that you do a knee replacement. So I went back to my regular PCP, and then he sent me to the best specialist in Colorado. I went up to him. I explained everything to him. We went ahead, and we had the knee replacement done. I have never recovered. I am severe chronic pain all the time. I take drugs. If I don't, I can't. There's just
I get the drill. I get the drill. Let me ask you, how much do you weigh here, Isla?
200. Well, at the time I was 175.
Okay, what do you weigh now?
I'm 216.
Okay, and how tall are you?
I have 5'7".
Okay, now are they giving you steroids for pain or?
Well, now get this. So I went back and I explained they sent me to the best doctor, and he did the knee replacement. And 4 months later, he says, I wish I would have sent you to a tissue specialist. Not me know what that was. And took x-rays and said that it looked fine. Well, I said, last year I'm starting all over. I went to a vein specialist. He said, I can't see where there's no blood flow coming.
Okay, we got to run to one of those breaks. When we come back, get your pen and paper ready because Miss Shar and I are going to give you a program. We'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie for these messages. Doug, let's go right back to Colorado and Isla. And basically, Shar, what would you do for this young lady?
Well, she needs 2 healthy bone and joint packs.
Okay, 2 healthy bone and joint packs, good. And let's see here. What would you do for her pain? She's in severe pain.
I put the CM cream with the trauma oil mixed in it.
Oh, absolutely. Yep. Add 4 to 5 drops of the trauma oil per, say, teaspoon of the trauma oil. Apply that combination, that mix to your knees or any other joint that you have pain in, Isla. And then, Char's exactly right, 216 pounds, you need 2 of the healthy bone and joint packs per month, a full dose of everything twice a day except for the glucogel. I want you to take 15 a day, 5 at breakfast, 5 at lunch, 5 at dinner. And what would you do for her diet and drinks to make sure she absorbs most everything?
I get her on a gluten-free diet for sure, and that'll also help her lose weight because without the carbohydrates,
Yeah, she needs to lose about 50, 60 pounds. What would you throw in for the weight loss, too?
ASAP.
ASAP, yeah. Put a dropper full under your tongue, Isla, 3 minutes before each meal. Let it absorb through your oral tissues, and you'll lose a half pound to 2 pounds a day. And unfortunately, we can't regrow your knee back, but we can certainly help support and promote maintenance repair, cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone matrix, bone itself. And the goal here is to grow the bone around this device they put in your knee so that there won't be so much inflammation from that thing moving around. Give us a call every couple of weeks and let us know how it's going. You can start the diet immediately. Okay? Don't forget, stay away from carbonated drinks, too, because it'll neutralize stomach acid. But call us every 2 weeks after you begin the supplement program. Okay, Doug, let's go to caller.
Let's go to San Diego, California. And Jackie, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Jackie, you're on the air.
Hello, doctor. My grandson, who's 15, has been on Ritalin and other drugs since he was 4 years old because of his anger and violent tendencies. And he's also on Metadate, CD, Risperdal, and Abilify now. And my daughter is just worried. I'm trying to get him to go on the God's recipe, but my daughter's worried about drug interaction with the supplement.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to have him have nutrition because it might interfere with the drugs, right? Okay. All right.
I know.
How much does the kid weigh? He's 15 years old. Is he big? Is he weigh 150 pounds, or is he skinny, weighs 100 pounds? What?
He's big. He's like 6'2" and weighs 180 pounds.
Okay, 180 pounds at 15 years old. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's a big boy.
Yeah. Okay, well, all of these types of problems where you have ADD, ADHD, autism, depression, manic depression, bipolar disease, PTSD, schizophrenia, psychoses, all of these things are caused by nutritional deficiencies of the brain and the spinal cord. So, Shar, what would you do for this young fellow, 15 years old? He's 15 years old and he's 180 pounds.
He needs two. I give him 2 healthy brain and heart packs.
Okay. And what would you do for making sure his brain's connecting?
I give him some Synaptive.
Okay, good. All right, righty. And also, what would you think about de-stress?
Yeah, de-stress would be great.
Okay, so yeah, I would do as Shar says. I'd go ahead and give him 2 healthy brain and heart packs, 1 full dose of everything at breakfast and dinner. The Synaptive, I'd have him take 3 of those tablets at breakfast and dinner. That's 2 bottles a month, and they're designed to support healthy, normal communication between brain cells, between each other. And then the de-stress capsules have to do with the metabolism of the brain, and so I'd have him take, say, 3 of those twice a day. Okay, that is 2 bottles a month of de-stress. And stay away from sugar, alcohol. Make sure he's getting about 8 to 10 eggs a day, and give us a call every couple of weeks. Especially if he's playing sports and things, he needs those 8 to 10 eggs. He almost needs 20 eggs because he's 180 pounds. We'll be back after these messages.
Let's head to New York. And Gene, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Oh, Gene, you're on the air.
Oh, hi, Dr. Wallach. Thank you for taking my call.
Yes, ma'am. How can we help you?
I have a thyroid problem, autoimmune disease. I don't know if they're the same thing. I have a chronic circulation problem in my legs. The one leg seems to turn blue sometimes almost. And I have arthritis starting in my hands, and I have very, very dry skin.
Okay. Now, Shar?
Pardon?
No, Charmaine, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, what does all this mean to you? Dry skin, arthritis, circulation problems, thyroid problems?
It means gluten intolerant.
Absolutely. When you have multiples of serious diseases and dry skin goes along. Did you have asthma as a kid, Gene?
No.
Okay, do you have children?
Yes, I do.
Do any of them have a history of asthma or dry skin or eczema, dermatitis?
No, they don't.
Okay, let's see, what do you weigh?
155.
Okay, and how tall are you?
5'8".
Okay, so you're tall and slim. Good. All right. Now, what would you do other than a gluten-free diet? No wheat, bran, and oats. This is for you and all your children. Okay? And then no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no gluten. And so, Shar, what would you give her for? She's got arthritis, she's got circulation problems, and she has thyroid problems.
Okay, I would give her, ideally, probably 2 healthy bone and joint packs, but then I'd also give her, for the circulation problems, I give her the Daily Classic, the Niacin Plus, and the Cardio Sticks, and for the thyroid, I'd give her the Ocean's Gold.
Okay, so you're going to give her 2 healthy bone and joint packs?
Yes.
Okay, very good, and exactly right. And, of course, again, stay away from the carbonated drinks and all the other bad stuff. And we want to make sure you're absorbing all this stuff. And the Ultimate Cardio Sticks, 2 of those a day, it'd be 2 boxes a month. The Ultimate, let's see here, the Ultimate Daily Classic is be 3 tablets twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month. And the Ultimate Niacin Plus capsules, or it's actually a tablet. You want to take, I'd go ahead and take 2 of those twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month. And for the thyroid, Shar is quite correct. That's the Ocean's Gold. Take 3 of those twice a day. It's 2 bottles a month. And also, what would you do to actually help the thyroid even more? What sort of class of foods would you take out of her diet to help her thyroid?
No cruciferous vegetables.
Perfect. You get an A+. And that means no cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and kale. And this would be true for all your children, particularly your daughters, if you have brothers and sisters, your nieces and nephews, particularly your nieces, because they'll pass all this on to their kids. It's not genetic, but it is the result of a classic gluten intolerance. And check around. See how many of them have bowel problems, constipation, diarrhea. See how many of them have skin problems, dry skins, keratosis, bumps on the back of the arms and thighs, things like asthma, bronchitis. And then give us a call back in a couple of weeks after you start on the supplements, but everybody needs to start on the diet like today. All right. Doug, do we have time to start another one?
Yeah, we have time to start another one. Let's head to California. And Ren, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Ren. You're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Wallach. I am calling for my friend Sophie, and she has got very thin hair, very little hair on the top of her head. So she's, she wants to know what she can do about it. And also she has got a floater in her eye, and she's now been diagnosed with post-vitro detachment, PVD.
Okay. All right. How much does she weigh?
She is 108 pounds.
108?
No, 138.
Oh, 138. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Does she have any skin problems or respiratory problems, any asthma or eczema do you know of?
Not really, no.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, Shar, 138 pounds. How dangerous are floaters?
They're not dangerous at all, are they?
Very good. Yeah, you're exactly right. Floaters are remnants of embryonic arteries. They're just little fragments of this artery that dries up and kind of fractures and flies apart in the eye. And she's had those since she was born. But as the eye shape changes or the nature of the vitreous changes, certain angles of your head in the light will let her see these floaters, or she may not have seen them before. Hair loss can be due to a variety of things, including thyroid problems, but it can also be due to just secondary to the gluten problem, which we think she has because of the dry skin. And so she can be missing nutrients, okay, because she can't absorb them, which can result in hair loss. Minerals and vitamins are required for skin health and fingernails and hair. And let's see here. This vitreal detachment can be caused by a change in the shape of the eye, increase in size of the eye, pressure in the eye from early glaucoma, that kind of stuff. And so what would you do overall in addition to not worrying about the floaters? What would you give her as a supplement program, Char?
I'd give her a Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, and then I would give her, for the hair and stuff, I'd give her some Ocean's Gold, maybe, in case it is a thyroid problem. And I'd get her on a gluten-free diet anyway.
Mm-hmm. And let's see here. What about hair, skin, and nails? Would you throw that in? Hair,
skin, and nails, yes.
Yeah, it cannot hurt. She could have 3 of those twice a day. It's 2 bottles a month. And for the thyroid, again, I'd go ahead and have her take the, as Char says, Ocean's Gold. Take 3 of those tablets twice a day. It's 2 bottles a month. and one healthy brain and heart pack, divide it in half of everything twice a day. And again, for this detachment of the vitreous, what would you do to help stem cells kind of repair that?
I give her the Immortalium.
Perfect. You get an A+, yep. I'd have her take 3 tablets twice a day of the Immortalium, be 2 bottles a month. They're designed to support and promote production of stem cells and support and promote optimal function of stem cells and help whatever tissues need rebuilding to be rebuilt, support rebuilding, okay, maintenance repair kind of thing. And this is going to be a process. Give us a call every couple of weeks. She can start the diet immediately. And because she's in California, it'll only take 1 or 2 working days for her to get the products. And so call us 2 weeks after she starts on the products, but she can start on the diet, getting rid of all the bad stuff, the fried foods, the processed meats, the oils, the gluten, and the cruciferous vegetables, no cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and kale. And we'll look forward to hearing from you. Okay. Got time to start another one, Doug?
Yeah, let's get one started. Let's head to Alabama. And Jennifer, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Jennifer. You're on the air.
It's a pleasure to speak to you. I've been following you on Coast to Coast. I'm so excited.
Well, you're very kind. How can we help you today?
Well, I've been starting on your products. I've been doing the Tangy Tangerine OsteoFX and the EFA, the Healthy Body Start Pack, and I recently added the ASAP. And I was wondering if you could clear something up for me because I'd originally been told you didn't have to be on a specific diet, and I didn't get any information in the bottle other than how many times a day to take it. But I see online that there's some diets that.
Now, are you talking about for the weight loss part?
Yes, like.
And how much do you weigh? How much you weigh, Jennifer?
I am 180, and I'd like to get to 150. I'm about.
How tall are you? How tall are you?
5'10", 5'11".
Okay, well, stay on. We'll be back with you after these messages. Back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity, Managed Life Crusade. And Doug, let's go right back to Alabama and Jennifer. Let's see here. Shar, how many of the Healthy Start Packs should Jennifer be taking at 180 pounds?
2.
Okay, exactly right. So Jennifer, you need to be taking 2 Healthy Start Packs to be 1 ounce of the OsteoFX Plus at breakfast and dinner, 2 scoops of the BTT 2.0 NutriCrystals at breakfast and dinner, 3 of the EFA Pluses at breakfast and dinner, and all of it be accomplished by the 2 Healthy Start Packs. And then you go ahead and, as you have, 1 dropper bottle of the ASAP, and take a dropper full under your tongue 30 minutes before each meal, and leave it absorb through your oral tissues. And your appetite should begin to go down because the munchies, cravings, and binge eating are caused by nutritional deficiencies, and the 2 Healthy Start Packs should give you those nutrients in optimal amounts so that you won't have to be over hungry all the time. Now, Shar, you said it earlier, getting on a gluten-free diet will do what to her appetite?
Well, it'll just make her lose weight. We have a minister in Detroit area that just got on a gluten-free diet from listening to the radio, and in 90 days lost 50 pounds. Then she got on our products and was able to throw her cane away in 2 weeks after being on our products.
Yeah, we see this literally thousands of times a day. You do have to get on a gluten-free diet. That means everybody in the house, including the dog and the cat and the bird and the fish, mother-in-law, spouse, roommate, renter, kids, grandkids, everybody living in the house has got to be gluten-free so you're not getting cross-contaminated. If you're truly gluten-free, like Shar says, and you're taking the 2 Healthy Start Packs per month, and you're taking the dropper full, not a drop, but a dropper full of the ASAP under your tongue 3 minutes before each meal, you're going to lose a half a pound to 2 pounds a day, and you're going to be one of these people, in 30 days you could lose 60 pounds. This is not unusual. I mean, we do this literally thousands of times a day because the system works, because we know exactly what causes obesity and being overweight, has nothing to do with lack of exercise or eating too much. It's actually a nutritional deficiency resulting in the munchies. Now, we do have a book. What book specifically would you recommend, Shar, as far as somebody who wants to know about our difference in our beliefs when it comes to being overweight as opposed to eat less and exercise more? What book would you suggest?
Energy Crisis, probably.
What about Hell's Kitchen?
Oh, Hell's Kitchen, excuse me. Yeah.
Hell's Kitchen. We're talking about, the subtitle is The Cause, Prevention, and Cure Obesity. And when you buy the book, Hell's Kitchen, from your Longevity Associate, guess what? You get a free copy of the CD by the same title, Hell's Kitchen. It's a proven theory. It's not a theory anymore. It's proven. It's drop-dead successful. And we've been doing this for, since 1978. My first clinic was a bariatric clinic for weight loss. And they thought we were going to go out of business because we're getting everybody to lose a half a pound to 2 pounds a day, where the previous owner, they'd lose 5 pounds, and they'd gain it back the next month. They'd lose 5 pounds, get it back next month. He had them coming in all the time. Well, we tried our method, and they would lose half a pound to 2 pounds a day, but they told everybody in their neighborhood. They told everybody in their church. They told everybody in their workplace, because everybody said, "What are you doing? You look great." And so we actually wound up with more patients than the original doctor. So we believe in helping people and not using them as a ATM machine. And so we want you to lose the weight. Our program will help you lose the weight. It supports and promotes proper metabolism. And, of course, we know that being overweight and obese is due to a nutritional deficiency, not eating too much and lack of exercise. Eating too much is a symptom of the deficiency. You take the nutrients and the cravings, the munchies, the binge eating goes away. It doesn't get any better than that. And going on a gluten-free diet will just speed things up, because everything that contains gluten has calories, right? And you can eat vegetables and fish. You can eat vegetables and poultry, vegetables and red meat. And you'll be amazed at how fast you lose the weight. It just melts off, because you're getting rid of the unnecessary calories. Carbohydrates turn into sugar immediately. And it's one of those terrible, terrible things. We've been given misinformation by the medical system. Well, thank you so much, Shar. Super job as usual. Thank you, Doug and Richard. Superlative job as usual. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. And God bless America.
Hi everyone, Andy Anderson here. Are you using those handy little bottles of gel that zap germs, bacteria, and other nasties? In today's world, that's smart, especially with all the filthy doorknobs, shopping carts, and handrails we touch every day. Here's what you may not know. Once the alcohol evaporates, goodbye effectiveness. No more protection until you use it again. PureWorks to the rescue. Our FDA-compliant foam, lotion, soap, and spray do not rely on alcohol. Their killing power lasts up to 4 hours. PureWorks disinfecting spray is EPA certified to kill swine flu, bird flu, MRSA, HIV, hepatitis B and C, and a whole host of viruses and bacteria. Mold and fungus too. It's even safe around children and pets. You'll love the soft feel of PureWorks on your hand. It actually conditions and will not dry your skin. Here's a little peace of mind knowing your hands are still germ-free hours later. Get your hands on PureWorks and get PureWorks on your hands. Stand by. Pull out your paper and pencil for your local number to order PureWorks.
Do certain foods cause you to bloat or experience gas? Do you wake up in the middle of the night with heartburn? Are you forced to sleep on piles and piles of pillows to cut down on heartburn? Have you been diagnosed with acid reflux or gastroesophageal reflux disease? If any of these describes you, then you've got digestive problems. I was awakened with heartburn almost every night for over 20 years. Then I heard Dr. Wallach and realized all of the antacids I'd been using were actually part of the problem. My stomach acid wasn't too strong, it wasn't strong enough. So I started taking the ultimate enzymes from Longevity. Now all of the heartburn, belching, and bloating are gone, and I can sleep through the night without piling on the pillows. And I'm back to eating the spicy foods I love. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Longevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Numerous studies have shown the link between the intake of antioxidants and disease prevention. Foods and supplements are measured in an ORAC scale. ORAC is an acronym for Oxygen Radical Absorption Capacity. In other words, the ability to remove disease-causing free radicals from the human body. Longevity's Cell Shield RTQ has an ORAC value of 15,800 points per serving. Cell Shield RTQ contains resveratrol, known as an anti-aging compound. Turmeric, known for promoting healthy digestion, brain function, immune system, and cellular longevity. Quercetin, a flavonoid, is known for promoting healthy blood sugar metabolism and healthy lung and cardiovascular function. Remove free radicals from your body with Cell Shield RTQ from Youngevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
I am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the Whey Shakes again, the chocolate Whey Shake. And you need to remember, the Whey Shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If you're interested in a colon cleanse, blood cleanse, liver cleanse, in the classical herbal way, you want to ask your Youngevity associate for Herbal Rainforest. Herbal Rainforest has 16 herbs, 16 cleansing herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 plant minerals. That's right, and these are all organic. It doesn't get any better than that. In your busy day, and you're around all these toxins out there, in your workplace, on the way home, going to work, in your food, in the air, in the water, you need Herbal Rainforest. I guarantee you, it will give you a cleanse. You can control the dose. It's a liquid. It tastes good. It doesn't get any better than this. A colon that's happy makes you happy. Nothing better than a happy colon. Herbal Rainforest. Clean it out.
For more information on this product or others you've heard about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, call your local Youngevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Greetings, everyone. Judy DeVilbus here. What do you think of when you hear the words tangy tangerine? Well, I think of like a sweet, tangy tasting something. Well, what I'm referring to is the ultimate tangy tangerine. It's a fantastic product. It has everything you need, and a great benefit is it's very, very delicious. It's very easy to drink. I've suggested it even to youngsters. Even children like it. Even little guys. Even little girls. They come right into my office. Their parents can't get them to take those chewable chewables, and besides that, they're not as good as Tangy Tangerine. And I give them a little taste of that, and you know something? They're pleased as punch. So, if it's good for a child and it tastes delicious, why not you? There's no excuse not to take a vitamin when it tastes as good as that does. So how about it? Tangy Tangerine should be the answer to all of your nutritional program problems.
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities. If you're up several times every night to go to the bathroom, have frequent urination during the day, feel like you have to urinate but then have difficulty getting a stream going, have leaking, dribbling, or urgency to the point a restroom must always be nearby, you may have an enlarged prostate. According to the National Kidney Foundation, by age 60, more than half of all men have an enlarged prostate, or BPH. By age 85, that number is 90%, according to the American Urological Association. Ultimate ProstFX from Youngevity has been developed for nutritional support of the prostate gland. ProstFX promotes prostate health and supports healthy prostate function. Stop sprinting to the restroom and avoid those embarrassing moments with ProstFX from Youngevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
With increasing rates of osteoporosis, it's becoming more and more evident that most Americans have low blood levels of calcium. Some would say,
I get all the calcium I need from dairy products.
Unfortunately, that's just not true. Besides, most dairy products are homogenized and can contain steroids and antibiotics that kill off good bacteria in the digestive system. Not to mention, the human body needs magnesium to make use of dietary calcium. That's why Youngevity developed OsteoFX Plus, containing bioavailable plant-derived forms of vitamin D3, calcium, magnesium, zinc, copper, and glucosamine sulfate. OsteoFX Plus is formulated to support healthy bones and joints. Not to mention, OsteoFX Plus tastes great, unlike other products that taste like chalk or dirt. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. Imagine a rich, decadent chocolate that's actually good for you. Youngevity's Triple Treat chocolate is just that, an antioxidant-rich dark chocolate complete with probiotics to aid in proper digestion. This all-natural product contains no preservatives, and for those with dietary restrictions, it's gluten-free, dairy-free, glycemic-friendly, and kosher certified. Not only does Triple Treat dark chocolate taste fantastic, it contains super antioxidant blueberries to absorb free radicals with an ORAC value of 16,936 per piece. Triple Treat chocolate also contains a proprietary blend of probiotics with over 500 million live healthy bacteria per 8 grams at the time of manufacture, with 80% reaching the intestines, which is much more than most live culture yogurts. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
If you've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, prediabetes, or the metabolic syndrome, and you're tired of seeing your blood glucose levels rise and fall like a ship on the ocean, but you don't want to take those drugs the rest of your life, Youngevity has an alternative. A product called Sweeties has been developed just for you. Used as part of your regular diet, Sweeties helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels, a formulation specially designed to nutritionally assist your body with the regulation of your blood sugar level. Sweeties supports healthy glucose metabolism because it's fortified with aspartic acid, chromium, and vanadium, all to help you promote healthy blood sugar levels. If you want to get off those drugs and control your blood sugar metabolism naturally, try Youngevity's Sweeties product. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.